Speaking test instructions. The speaking test is 20 minutes. There are 8 tasks in the speaking test. Please try your best to answer all the questions.
Start speaking now. Time is up. 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 Start speaking now. Time is up.
Hi Simone, I heard you were thinking about adopting a pet from the shelter, and I think that is wonderful. First of all, if I were you, I would take an honest look at my daily schedule. A dog needs walks and company every single day, so if you were out of the house for 10 hours, a cat or a calmer older animal might suit you far better. Another thing you could do is add up the real costs for a whole year. Food, vet checkups, and unexpected medical bills add up quickly, so knowing that number now will save you a lot of stress later. On top of that, I would strongly recommend fostering an animal for a couple of weeks first. The shelter usually arranges this for free, and it lets you test the routine without making a lifelong commitment. One last thing is to check the rules in your building before you fall in love with a particular animal. It would be heartbreaking to bring someone home and then discover that pets are not allowed. At the end of the day, you have such a warm heart, so I am confident you will make the right call. Good luck, and let me know what you decide. I have had plenty of plans fall apart over the years, but one rainy weekend definitely stands out. A few summers ago, my cousins and I had been planning a big camping trip for months. We used to go every August, so we had already booked the campsite and packed the car the night before. Everything changed when we woke up to a heavy thunderstorm that simply refused to stop. I still remember standing at the window, listening to the rain hammering the roof, feeling completely deflated. In the end, we moved the whole trip into my parents' living room. We built a fort out of blankets, toasted marshmallows over the stove, and played board games until midnight. To be honest, it turned into one of my fondest memories. Since that day, I have learned that a ruined plan can quietly become something even better. This picture shows a bustling food court inside a shopping mall on a sunny Saturday afternoon. Bright sunlight pours through a huge skylight above the tables, and colorful food stalls line the back wall. In the foreground, a young woman in a yellow sweater is laughing while she shares a plate of noodles with her friend. Right behind them, a flustered father in a blue jacket kneels down to wipe up spilled juice, while his little boy giggles in a booster seat. In the middle ground, a teenage worker in a red cap hands a paper bag across the counter to an older man who looks genuinely pleased. Over on the left, a tired student in headphones frowns at his laptop, buried under textbooks. All in all, it is a lively snapshot of ordinary weekend life. In the next few minutes, I think several things are about to happen here. The father in the blue jacket is going to finish wiping the floor and lift his son out of the booster seat. After that, the two of them will probably head over to the counter for a fresh drink. The young woman in the yellow sweater will most likely finish her noodles and take a photo with her friend before they leave. Meanwhile, the older man might sit down near the window to enjoy his meal while it is still hot. The tired student could give up on his assignment and pack away his textbooks since he looks so frustrated. Once the lunch rush dies down, the cleaner will finally get a chance to wipe those empty tables. Hey Kwame, I know you are leaning toward the monthly transit pass, but let me explain why the used bicycle wins for me. For starters, it costs $200 once, whereas the pass costs $90 every single month. That means the bike pays for itself in about 2 months, and then it is completely free. On top of that, the bike goes wherever we want, while the bus only follows fixed routes and forces us to walk the last stretch. Another huge plus is that we get daily exercise built right into our commute. I get that the pass means no maintenance and no repairs, but a simple tune-up is only $20 a year. Having said that, packed buses at rush hour would drive us crazy anyway. All in all, the bicycle is cheaper, healthier, and far more flexible. Hey Kwame, I hear you about the monthly transit pass, but I really think the electric scooter is the smarter pick. First off, it gets us to work in half the time because we never wait at a bus stop in the cold. Yes, it costs $600 up front, whereas the pass is $90 a month. Even so, after 7 months the scooter has paid for itself, and after that we ride for free. What is more, it folds up, so we can carry it inside instead of leaving it locked outside all day. I get that the pass means no charging and no upkeep, but plugging it in overnight takes about 10 seconds. All things considered, the scooter gives us speed, freedom, and long-term savings. Hi Dahlia, I need to talk to you about the Saturday shift you asked me to cover. Unfortunately, I will not be able to take it this weekend. The main reason is that I promised my nephew weeks ago that I would help run his team's final game that afternoon. He has been counting on me all season, and I cannot let him down now. On top of that, the coach is short on volunteers, so pulling out now would leave the whole team stuck. I know this puts you in a tough spot, so I have already asked Priya, and she is happy to swap with me. I am also glad to cover any evening you need next week. I really hope you understand, and let us find a way to make this work. Hi Miguel, I need to talk to you about Saturday's final game. I am really sorry, but I will not be able to help you run it after all. My manager has asked me to cover an important shift that afternoon, and honestly, I am not in a position to say no. We are short-staffed this month, and I have already turned down 2 extra shifts. What is more, my hours were cut recently, so I genuinely need the pay. I know this leaves you scrambling, so I have spoken to my brother, and he is willing to step in for the afternoon. I can also bring snacks for the team and help pack everything up after work. I really hope you understand, and let us make sure the kids still have a great final game. I firmly believe that large supermarkets are the better choice for most families today. Firstly, the price difference is simply too big to ignore. Supermarkets buy in enormous quantities, so a week of groceries can easily cost 30% less than the same basket at a small corner store. For a family on a tight budget, that saving matters far more than atmosphere. Secondly, everything sits under one roof, which saves a huge amount of time. Instead of visiting a butcher, a bakery, and a produce shop on 3 different streets, I can finish the entire list in one trip. What is more, the selection is far wider. Supermarkets stock ingredients from all over the world, so people can cook the food they grew up with, which small shops rarely carry. Some people argue that local stores offer friendlier service and keep money in the neighborhood, and I do respect that. However, most supermarkets now stock local produce and hire staff from the same community, so that gap has narrowed a lot. So all things considered, I stand by supermarkets for everyday shopping, and I save the small shops for a special treat. Hi Trent. You know how you have been hunting for unusual ideas for your front garden? Well, I am standing outside a cafe right now, and I have never seen anything quite like this. There is an old bicycle parked on the sidewalk, and the whole thing is covered in soft green moss. Somebody has tucked dozens of tiny potted plants into the frame, the front basket, and even the wheel spokes. The most charming part is a little white birdhouse shaped like a teapot mounted right on the handlebars. There is also a miniature copper watering can dangling from the seat, swinging in the breeze. Honestly, half the people walking past have stopped to take pictures, and one woman is laughing in delight. It looks like a garden that decided to go for a ride. Any chance you can come down and see it before they move it inside?